You. What's up, everybody? Rage Cage 20 here. Of course, as always, before we get into this, if you got here by mistake and you do not know what you're in for, the video has a high chance of being very disturbing, especially this one where a kid bashed his two parents' skulls in with a hammer. If you're not here for that, leave while you still can. If you are, it's a Skynd video. It's me. Get your snacks, get your drinks, get strapped in and ready to go because it's gonna be a long one. We are here with our last Skynd video. Tyler Hadley. I've heard really good things about this. I'm expecting brutal. I don't know. They never seem to go too brutal, but I'm expecting pretty brutal with this one. I don't know. I'm coming off the last one I listened to, Jim Jones. I've been listening to it constantly. It's up there with my two favorite songs of theirs, like for sure. Richard Ramirez and Jim Jones, top two for sure. And then of course after that you got Columbine and Michelle Carter. I should say probably Michelle Carter and Columbine in that order. Like the last two have been so good. I've heard good things about this. I'm really excited for it. I'm a little sad that this is the last one we got, but afterwards we'll be super excited waiting for whatever they put out next, which hopefully is more and more to come. Tyler was actually a little bit hard to find information on at first. I mean, I found it eventually, but I was typing it in. I was not really finding anything. Even the Wikipedia, there was a Wikipedia article about his parents and them dying, gave no details, didn't talk about Tyler at all. I eventually found a Rolling Stone article that was massive, read through the whole thing, very detailed about what was said, their messages, and at the party. It seems like they got a lot of eyewitness accounts and whatnot. A lot of information there. Then I kind of jumped through a few little YouTube kind of sentencings and court cases and stuff. So I don't know a lot, but I know at least a little bit about Tyler. Apparently, Florida kid, and based off of if you go read the Rolling Stones article, you go to the bottom. Seems like none of the other Florida kids gave a shit that they were at a party where the dude there murdered his parents. They could have murdered any of them at any point. They all thought that was cool and exciting. I kind of agree with Aaron Hansen that Florida doesn't seem to be on the up and up. I gotta say, some places, it's just I think all those kids are a threat, and that place might just need to be cleansed from the earth. I don't know. Just throwing that out there. Anyways, I can't. It didn't get much about what caused Tyler to snap. He seems like he was on a million different drugs. Some that caused him to be suicidal and whatnot. And I'm assuming you're mixing that with alcohol and anger at just normal kid stuff of just being super bored and your parents taking away your phone because you're acting up and stuff, and he just snapped or something. I don't know. Or maybe there was some kind of other factors that just no one knew about. Who knows? Or maybe there was just something wired different and he just went crazy, and or drugs helped unlock that. Who knows? Who really knows? All I know is I think we're in for a crazy time, so let's not waste any more of our precious time, since this is already probably going to take a while because it's me and it's a Skynd video. And if you don't know, I like to take my time and dissect this bitch. But first we go through it uninterrupted. So I hope you're ready. I'm fucking ready. And let's have a good time. Let's enjoy this, as weird as it sounds. Man, oh god. It's good. Hold on, I'm gonna full screen, make sure this is good. Let it go away. Checking the volume and stuff. Alright, we're back. We're ready to go. Let's do this. Oh fuck. So nervous. Okay.
mom, can I know? Hey mom, can you know? Hey mom, can you know? I guess you really gotta know. Gonna take an E, gonna make it free. Gonna make it when you're down, you gonna fucking see. Hammer in the game, hammer in a brain.
Hammer in a head, I hit it.
Hammer all the same. Gotta do it now, gotta do it how. Don't you worry,
I'm gonna
fucking do it now.
bang bang, boogie boogie bang bang, boogie boogie bang 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 bang, boogie boogie bang bang, boogie boogie bang 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 bang, boogie boogie bang bang, boogie boogie bang 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 bang, boogie boogie bang bang, boogie boogie bang bang, boogie boogie bang bang, boogie boogie bang bang.
Song, play my favorite song. Play a round of pong. Play a game of no one's in, but hey, I could be wrong. No one up the stairs, no one really cares. Gonna party hard, I'm gonna party in the yard. Oh my fucking god, oh my god.
Oh my, shut your freaking.
Cause you only know one shot. Call it yin and yang, call it storm and drang.
Call it fucking any.
Thing I'ma call it. You should feel lucky. Why don't you feel lucky? You should feel lucky. Why don't you feel lucky?
Okay, I don't want to see that face. So I'm going to move it to a different screen here. Alright. There was some facial features you probably potentially caught in there. I don't know. I could actually I could just use my phone because there's no way I'm gonna get this turned well enough to make that worth my time. So I'll just look up the lyrics here. There was a lot of stuff in there that I drew conclusions to. At first, I was when it came to the chorus, which I kind of knew the words of the chorus just because someone in the comments of other videos have been like, oh, classic Skynd choruses, this that Columbine's, Elisa Lamb, and what I assumed was this one. I just didn't know. So I knew it was kind of, I wouldn't say simplistic, but just kind of repeated words, kind of like ring ding dong and ratatata. But when I was hearing the boogie bang bang, for some reason I thought that I read that, but I was thinking of like nicknames he was calling himself, like Hambo and stuff. For some reason I thought Boogie and Hambo. Anyways, he called himself great nicknames, but then it was like, oh, I'm sorry, even though I gave myself like the fucking Hammer Killer nickname and shit like that, like fucking. Anyways, looking through the lyrics here. I'm just gonna read some of these out for you if you don't mind. Oh hey mom, can I know? Hey mom, can you know? Hey mom, can you know? I guess you really gotta know. Gotta take an E, ecstasy, one of the many drugs he took. Gotta make it 3. He took. I remember reading he took 3 ecstasy pills because he didn't feel like he could kill his parents sober. Gonna make it. When you're down, you're gonna fucking see. Hammer in the game, hammer in a brain, hammer in a head, I hit it. Hammer all the same. Gotta do it now, gotta do it how? Question mark in there. Don't you worry, I'm gonna fucking do it now. Am I gonna fucking do it now? So excuse me. And then of course, bang bang boogie boogie bang bang, which was pretty epic. I actually that chorus was pretty. The last one's Gangster Boogie. Okay. Backstreet Gangsta was also part of the chorus in there at some point. The party goes on and on and on. That part was really cool, actually. I wish you really liked that, but we'll talk about that in a second here. Then we go to Sun. Play my favorite song. Play a round of Pong. Play a game of no one's in, but hey, I could be wrong. I don't understand that one. Going up the stairs, no one really cares. Gonna party hard. I'm gonna party in the yard. I remember at first he had people like smoking outside and stuff because he didn't want to smoke inside. I don't remember why. But then he was afraid that the neighbors, it was going to draw attention to the neighbors, so he said, "No, fuck it, smoke inside. I don't care. Just get out of the front yard." So that could have something to do with that. Oh my fucking god. Oh my. Oh I not. Oh my shit. You're freaking because you only know what's shot. I don't know. I assume that means something. Call it yin and yang, because it's not yang. Call it strum and drong. Call it fucking anything. I'm gonna call it. Okay, back to the chorus. You should feel lucky. Why don't you feel lucky? Remember, Feel Lucky was a song. I don't remember by whom. I want to say Wiz Khalifa, but I know they played Wiz Khalifa a couple of times throughout the events of that day, but I don't know if that's. Anyways, that's the song he listened to pump himself up to kill his parents. You should feel lucky. Why don't you feel lucky? You should feel lucky. Gangster Boogie. Yeah, back to the fucking bang bang. Why don't you feel lucky? Is the end. Okay. So we were able to piece a little bit out of the words there. I do remember her saying fucking at some point, so makes sense. Okay. That was. I feel like I have mixed feelings, but I want to listen to that again. Did I keep the? I better keep the lyrics. Yeah. Okay. Good. I want to go through that again. Well, obviously we're going to go through it again, but with the lyrics here to help and whatnot. What I will say is, I think that just from the first listen through here, The music itself didn't really grip me, but I did think that the video was really well done, especially at the end there when they went for it, and I'm so happy that they went for it. Like, for one, I'm not like here just like, oh, I gotta see the blood and gore, but like, you gotta stay true to what happened, and even don't show it, just give some kind of representation of the insanity that took place and the insanity that would have to take place for something like that to occur. I want to get that feeling for sure. That's what we're here for, and they delivered absolutely beautifully. And there was a lot of stuff that I picked up in the video, kind of like in the lyrics, that we'll go over. All this for spending like what, an hour reading a whole, well, maybe not an hour, I would say close to an hour reading the whole article and then going through all the different videos and stuff. That altogether total around an hour of going through stuff really paid off. Again, the music didn't really grip me that much. I don't know. I don't know if it was. I think the chorus was really good. The bang bang boogity boop, boogity biggity bit pop, the party don't stop. And also the party goes on part. I thought that was really, really good. The verses didn't really draw me in, but I'm hoping that we can change that our second time through. So now with the knowledge of what was being said, let's go back through this, shall we? All right. Ready? let's do this. Man, that was crazy. That was fucking crazy. First off, I love her reflection in his eyes. I think it's a great scenery there. Yeah, that makeup's just fucking creepy for record. I noticed it was a claw hammer. I assume she must have saw pictures of the murder weapon. I assume it would have been in the forensic files and whatnot. Interesting enough, when I couldn't find a Wikipedia article, I went to their website, Skynd's website, and looked through the case files, and it wasn't on there. So it really seems like you kind of have to dig for information about Tyler. It's interesting. Yeah, they didn't have a case file for Tyler. So that's interesting. But I assume they got an accurate representation of what the murder weapon looks like. I didn't see it. Maybe if I actually watched one of the documentaries, but I didn't want to spend an extra 20 plus minutes because I wanted to get into this. Anyways, continuing on, that's not the important part.
Hey mom, can I know? Hey mom, can you know?
Oh yeah, this part was also fucking weird to me. I think that's what kind of started me off. I was confused why everyone was around with hammers as if they were going to attack Tyler, and why he was macking up on this lady here at the beginning. I don't know if that was that one girl that I don't remember her name. I remember there was a girl who had some kind of nickname like K Dirty or something like that. I can't remember. That was really close friends with him. I don't know if that's her. She's portrayed a little promiscuous, so could be. Or this could just be the general atmosphere that seems like, especially in this place, Port something, Lucille, whatever the fuck it was called, somewhere in Florida. That all the kids just seem to be most of the crimes seem to be committed by adolescents. So maybe that's what this represents. But it was interesting to me that this dude seemed to have so many female friends that seemed to really like him and people were into him and stuff. Yeah, he still had all these problems. I don't know. To me, that's just odd. But anyways, continuing on, I just thought it was a little weird that all the kids were seemingly going to attack him. And they were all just kind of dancing together and being sexy. I thought that was a little odd.
Hey mom, can you know? I guess
Who the fuck's that?
Gonna take an E, gonna make it free, gonna make it when you're down, you gonna fucking see. Hammer in the game, hammer in a brain,
Hammer in a head, I
hit it, hammer all the same. Gotta do it now, gotta do it how.
3 extra seatbelts, by the way. Not only was that in a little bit before then, I think it just popped in and out of existence. Not only was that in the lyrics, but also in the video there. I don't know what the no on her face is supposed to represent. on her face, I should say, not in her face, but on her face. I don't know what that's supposed to represent. Truly don't. I think they did a pretty decent job of capturing what the kid kind of looked like, especially before he went to jail. I think they also did pretty well on the dad. The mom, I don't think looked very similar at all, but I'll take 2 out of 3. Anyways, continue. I kind of really like musically the dunna dunna dun dunna dunna dun. I kind of like that's going on there. It's starting to win me over a little bit more now that I'm kind of paying attention to that, not all the random kids standing around with hammers. I'm still a little confused on that. I put out my theories already, but just that still kind of confuses me. Anyways, let's go back a little bit here.
And you're down, you gonna fucking see. Hammer in the game, hammer in a brain,
Hammer in a head, I
hit it, hammer all the same. Gotta do it now, gotta do it how. Don't you worry,
I'm gonna
fucking do it now.
Yeah, this makeup is just effectively fucking creepy. I don't know what this is supposed to represent, what this is supposed to be. But it's, I mean, fucking the contacts and the like clown makeup. Fuck, great job being creepy as a motherfucker. Gotta say.
bang bang boogie boogie bang bang boogie boogie bang 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 boogie boogie bang bang boogie boogie bang 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 boogie boogie bang bang boogie boogie bang 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 boogie boogie bang bang.
I also thought that part was nice. It was kind of cool whenever she would join, kind of like the police officers, in a sense. I thought that was a really nice touch to the video itself. So this point watching, I was starting to get sorry, this kind of hair sticking up, it's bothering me, that's why I keep touching it. I was starting to get kind of Gary vibes from that video, to where it was just kind of like dancing in a more of a music video than the story. And so that was also, I think that was focusing a lot of my attention off of this music itself, and it was just kind of pulling me into a weird direction. But then like the video brought it back around, and by that time I was already not really paying attention to the music that much. I feel like that was supposed to go on here, but I don't know if the bang bang boogie, all that stuff is supposed to be like the act plus the party kind of mixed together in words, kind of like celebrating the murder that he did. Like, not that they're like celebrating him, but just like that's kind of the theme of Tyler himself celebrating the act that he just committed. It's kind of what I'm getting off of that. I'm just trying to piece together what bang bang boogie boogie bang bang is supposed to mean in this context. So that's just my thoughts. Some really nice foreshadowing there with the blood and whatnot. I also think this picture's kind of cool, how like her eyes are closed, but then like also cut her eyes open and stuff, and then like goes away really fast. Again, the video, I'm really liking the video. The video is really nice. And again, this chorus is really solid. It's really solid, and I'm starting to like the verse a little bit more as well. So I'm really starting to get into it, but just noting all the little things I think is pretty awesome. I don't remember a whole lot mentioned about money, but I think that's just overall just trying to be like, hey, it's a party and whatnot. But it looks like I did note, and we'll note this here in the future, but it looks like this is his friend. It was either Matt or Mike. I can't remember which one it was it was one of those two that he confided in, and showed him the dead bodies and whatnot. And then they started taking pictures, which we'll talk about that when it comes later. But it's like him and that guy kind of. I feel like this is where the video really started to take off for me, is like kind of that scene going into this one and continue on. It started to like really get me going.
Sing, play my favorite song. Play a round of
That right there. That's the Mike, Matt dude, whatever. Kind of the like some of the selfies and whatnot they took that was on the article itself. Was one him holding up like the orange cup and that dude kind of looking all stoic and whatnot after he had told him what had happened. It seemed like he was freaked out, but he says that he stayed a while afterwards and was like taking pictures with him. I imagine just in case he didn't get locked away. This guy didn't want him to think that he was like running like afraid now, so he would come after him or something like that. So he was like taking these pictures with him, but you could tell he was kind of like just stoic and just like upset about it, I think. Or he was trying to be hard and was just like, yeah, this is cool. I don't know. I think he might have been also the same person that ended up calling the cops on him and turning him in that night. So I don't know. But this is the screenshot that they took that is in a lot of the articles and whatnot. I thought that was a nice touch.
game of no one's in, but hey, I could be wrong. No one up the stairs, no one really cares. Gonna party hard, I'm gonna party in the yard. Oh my fucking.
That part there, it was in the lyrics, and I think I read it, but I didn't address it. Party in the dark. At one point, he started turning off like all the lights to try to. Once the cops showed up about a noise complaint, they left. He started turning off the lights and stuff to try not to draw as much attention. So Party in the Dark at one point said something about like someone noted that he was making a sandwich in the dark. So I just like that crossover there.
God, oh my God.
Oh my, shut your freaking.
Cause you only know one shot. Call it yin and yang, call it storm and drang.
Call it fucking anything.
Thing, I'ma call it.
I like this kind of slow descent into madness that we have going on here, like the drugs starting to take effect and him just starting to feel more like he's ready to do it and just showing him kind of going crazy and getting aggressive with it. A really nice touch visually in the video here. I like that. Also kind of looking at some of the lyrics that didn't really make sense to me, hearing them now is just kind of makes me think about some of the messages he sent. Some of them were just kind of misspelt and just didn't always make a lot of sense. It's probably when he was high or drunk out of his mind. I don't know. But I feel like some of the lyrics might be representing that. But I don't know. That's just me grasping at straws here. Let's continue. And I assume all that text, like I can't read any of it or make any of it out. I could probably slow it down and try to look at it word for word. I assume that's a lot of the texts that they have taken. That was probably used against him in court cases and whatnot. It was probably a lot of the texts that he was sending friends and whatnot. And just like, yo, I'm going to kill my parents and I'm going to kill myself. Like that seemed to come up often. Anyways. Oh, and I was wondering about this, but I guess there was a lot of beer pong being played. Maybe that's what that is. I don't know. And of course, there's a lot of destruction at the house. Like shit was just thrown over and stuff was just destroyed everywhere. So I think that's what this is supposed to be representing while they're saying the party goes on and on. I do really like that part of the song. It sounds really, really good. One thing I will note is it didn't really seem like Tyler himself during the party, from what I've read from the eyewitness reports and whatnot. it didn't seem like he was really getting into the party. So it was just him kind of like, all excited and flipping stuff. I'm like, yeah, and whatnot. Doesn't really seem true to form from what I read. But then again, I don't know. Maybe they read something I didn't. I have no idea. I only read one source. Parts of it could have been wrong. No idea. But it's just kind of something I'm noting out there. Just going to, just thinking about.
You should feel lucky. Why don't you feel lucky?
So this part I noted as well. That, when I was saying, like, why don't you feel anything, it's kind of showing his, like, blank eyes and whatnot. It was noted a few times that he just kind of didn't seem to have reaction in his eyes to a lot of things, and sometimes they're just kind of like dull and emotionless or something like that. So I thought that was a really nice touch that they also emphasized in the lyrics as well at the same time. I think that was really nice.
You should feel lucky. Why don't you feel lucky?
And is that Ursula? Anyways, sorry, just kind of looked like Ursula to me. I don't know if it's supposed to be or not. And yeah, he killed his mom when she was at a computer, which is why there's instances saying there's like brownish gunk on the keyboard when people were typing stuff in, which is creepy. You think if someone would have been like, oh my god, I touched that, oh my god, you think that would have been anyone's reaction, but apparently the kids didn't seem to care. Anyways, yeah, apparently he says he like stood there watching her for like 5 minutes thinking about doing it and then did it. And then we'll get to the dad part later, which I understand now we're going to have to deal with that Spartan leap at some point. I'll get to that one when that happens in the video. I almost busted out laughing, I'm not going to lie. So this part, when he smashed the window, at first I thought that was going to be the representation of him killing his mother. And then when he started wild swinging and blood splattering everywhere, I was like, they went for it. They fucking went for it. I love that. Even though it's fucked up, they went for it. And I cannot fault them for going for it. That's awesome. This I also think was a nice touch, because apparently coming out of the master bedroom was just, a pool of blood that someone marked seemed like oil was leaking out. Someone tried poorly to wipe it away. So I thought that was a really nice touch in the video. Oh, jeez. No, not the Spartan fly. So before we address this, let's go back here a second, because I think that this was actually really nice. Now, it was stated that his father, after hearing like the sounds of, Tyler's mother being brutally murdered, when her screaming out why, it sounds like is what she said, her father came out. And I think he also said like why or something like that, which he mouths in this part, which was awesome. And Tyler said something like, why the fuck not, while he's killing him. And I don't think they have Tyler say that in the video. It kind of looked like at the end that's what they were having him say, but I don't think it necessarily said anything. I think he was just screaming, but we'll review that when we get there. So I thought that was a nice touch. I also think that they kind of look behind him with that fucked up smile, like really slowly, just kind of staring him down. Really nice touch, really well done. And then the dude just fucking Spartan leaps like he's from 300 out of nowhere. Just that part almost made me lose my shit. Just like, what? Now I'm questioning, did he actually do that, Or did he actually leap at his dad like that? Obviously, I don't think he like flew across the room all magically or anything. Like it kind of looks like he did there. But like, did he like diving leap at his dad to cover the distance or whatnot to try to give himself the extra upper hand? Or I just thought the image, that fucking Spartan leap was just hilarious, and I think a little silly, a little unnecessary. But I guess I kind of get in a sense, because I mean, you're not gonna just show him run at him and do the same thing, because that would probably also be a little cheesy and like So I guess how else do you do that? This was a way to do it for sure. This was a way to do it. You see him saying why, or just screaming. I don't. Yeah, now I'm questioning if he's just like screaming, reacting to it. First, it kind of sounded like he was saying why. So maybe they did keep that. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. I also really like that they only gave glimpses of red, but most of it's kind of in like a black and white, almost oil looking. I mean, blood is usually really dark, but people usually have a more crimson to kind of represent. But I mean, once it touches oxygen, it starts becoming. Anyways, but I think it's kind of a nice touch to not make it as gory as it could be, to kind of have it more blackish. So I just think that's a nice touch, just in general. Oh, in the end here, that almost like police siren like sound that they have going on. I thought that was really nice touch at this point. It was musically really cool. Yeah, I actually think that's exactly why he's saying "why the fuck not." I think that's exactly what he's yelling there. Nice touch, very nice touch. So I think they had the dad yelling "why" there, but kind of looked like he was like screaming in the middle of it in fear, which probably makes sense. That seems very logical to me. And then yeah, that at the end, really nice touch. Really, really nice touch. Again, I like the black. I think it's a really good than just kind of like, because that's like pure black, not just like a darkish black blood. I like this pure black. I think it's a nice touch over having just red. Have it gory, but not completely fucked up gory. I think is very, very intelligent. Woo! Listening to that again, I think the second time through, the music was definitely better to my ears for sure. Again, I really like that chorus, both the bang bang and the party goes on part. Fucking clutch clean right there. It's absolutely gorgeous. The verses now, kind of listening to more of the musical elements they were putting into it, I was liking a little bit more. I think the more and more I listen to it, the more and more it will grow on me. I don't think it gripped me as hard as I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to be up there top 3. For sure, I was thinking like up there. I'm actually thinking of putting down like more 6th. Just kind of above Gary and Catherine. But I don't think it's necessarily in the middle Michelle Carter Columbine zone. I feel like it's a little kind of right below, or just kind of wrestling with those 3. But definitely liking it. Definitely was liking that by the end there. It was good. And again, I really don't want to see him staring at me, so I'm going to just skip to it. You don't have to see him anymore, but I see him. So I'm going to skip to a different scene because I don't wow. I was, that was intense. That was intense. They went for it. I really like the attention to detail that I've come to know from Skinned. I'm really glad I was able to actually catch a lot of it, because I really didn't feel like I had enough research, but apparently I had what I needed to spot out some things. It's probably a lot I missed. If anyone can help explain, if you have any theories, if you can help explain some of the stuff. Like, was your theories with all the kids with the hammers in the beginning? What's your theory with the bang bang boogie boogie bang bang? Let me know. Let me know. And if there's another question I had in there at some point, let me know what you think, or if you know the answers. I would love to hear about it. The mecha, like, what's up with the mecha? What's that supposed to represent? I would love to know what you think or what you know. If you found it out from other sources and whatnot, I would love to hear about it. Because I'm at a loss for some of those choices, but the ones I'm not at a loss for, I absolutely love. So let me know. I'd love to know. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm so sad that we're done with Skinned for now, but we've reached the end of Skinned here. But that just makes me even more excited for what they're going to cook up in the future. And you can bet your sweet behinds that when it comes out, I'm going to be on that shit so fast. Within the first 2 to 3 days, for sure, I'm going to jump on that bad boy. I actually have been meaning to subscribe to Skin, which is actually very special because I don't subscribe to people very often. Actually, I only have maybe 6 subscriptions on YouTube. You have to be actually very special for me to subscribe. It's nothing personal. It's just most of the people that I've subscribed to have impacted me some way emotionally. Usually have helped me through some really tough times in life by watching their stuff. That's usually the only time I'll subscribe to you. Or if you're a close personal friend. Like, I have a few of them as well there. But yeah, I don't subscribe to many people, but I've been meaning to subscribe to Skinned so I can ring that motherfucking bell so I get a fucking email or something just straight up on my phone the second the video drops, because I want to be a part of it. So I can't wait to see you then. Let me know what you thought of this song. I'll see you all in the next Skinned video. Can you wait? Because I know I can't, but I know I'm willing to. I didn't mean to hit the mic. I'm sorry. I'll see you guys next time.